Dear Granny Joyce, it's been one of the hardest things to lose you because you meant so much to me. You're in my heart, and that's where you'll always be. I know that heaven called you, and I wish you could have stayed. But I know that the memories we have will never fade. We all knew it was time for you to go home so that all the pain you had could go away. But I want you to remember one thing. We're not apart. You will always be with us in our memories and in our broken hearts.
Hey, Granny. I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for being such an amazing woman, such an amazing grandmother. Just thank you for everything that you were to our lives. You were an amazing person. I want to say thank you for teaching me that there is power in silence and there is pride in humbleness. And I want to say that I'm gonna miss you so much. I don't think there's anything that will fill that void that you will leave, but I'm gonna miss just the look on your face after months away overseas, coming home and seeing you smile. I'm gonna miss your hugs. I'm gonna miss your love. I'm gonna miss your food. I'm just gonna miss the way you held my hand, or you would hold my hand when I would walk you up the stairs, or I would walk you from church. I'm gonna miss everything about you, Granny. And I just wanna say that this is not our loss. This is heaven's gain. And until then, it's till we meet again. I love you, Granny.
My granny was a great cook. She would always have us in the kitchen with her on evenings or mornings, doing breakfast, lunch, sometimes dinner. We used to make curry chicken, fried rice, macaroni pie on Sundays, baked chicken. She always had us there on her, which inspired me to like go into doing like cooking and stuff. I like cooking because of my granny. Yeah, and I went to school for cooking.
Granny's cooking inspired me. Even though I'm like far from home, it's like I always try to replicate the same dishes that she makes, but it's never like the same. Like it's more, whenever like I eat the food that Granny makes at home, it's more like homey and authentic than when I make it. So like that always like resonates with me, you know. But I always try to like get it as close to home as possible, like how Granny would make it back home. And like that's just something that I miss about like Granny in the whole, like in general, is like her cooking.
My name is Sandra, and I am the eldest daughter of Joyce Alleyne. Mom really liked cooking, and of such till unto this day, I always remember Mom when she cooked baked chicken. I could never get it the way how she cooked it, and I always want to taste it the way how she wants, but I never get it to taste the way that way. But by such, it will happen one day. And Mom, as we grew up together, in addition, there were other children that Mom mind, and we would all come to her home. And if we would say that we had a friend and the friend was in need somewhere to stay, we just go and tell Mom, and she said, "Oh, bring them along," and we all hold together in the house, and we will cook and eat and everything.
I'm Dwight Clark. I'm one of Joyce's many grandchildren. Seeing her move on, I know she's gone to a better place. She's not in pain anymore. And like I say, well, Brian lived 90 years on the face of the earth, so Brian got ill sudden. So it was like a shock to us. Because Gran is a lady that's strong. She goes out in the yard every morning, does her cleaning, she washes, she cooks. To see Gran like that, it was, as I said, it was a shocker. Although Gran is gone, she's still here. She's with all of us. I told her the most important thing before she go, and that was they love her.
It would have been in the 1980s, 70s, 80s, right? When we were all teenagers, we would visit each other's house. Like I would spend, me and my sister with Valerie would spend time over at Uncle George and Aunt Joyce with their kids, or they would come vice versa, spend time with us over the West Coast in Guyana. And we all grew up as one family. There was never any distinction. I remember when we were in our adolescence, probably in our 20s, Sharon lived at us for about probably a year or over. And same thing, we were always treated as one. There was never any distinction. And this is why I saw it fitting. It was heartbreaking to hear of the death, and I saw it fitting to go to the funeral because I see myself as living at that house and living with that lady for some time. All right, because even when we went to Barbados for the family reunion, she remembered us, and the kind of welcome we got was no different to when we were in Guyana.
3 weeks ago, she said, listen, I live my life. I'm ready to go home. She said, I said, Mom, she said, listen, I raised 6 kids. I see my grandkids. I know my great-grands. I did enough.
Just say, what you want to say? I know you. Devin.
My name is Devin, and I would like to say you will always remember your smile.
We will always remember your smile. Say I love you, Grandma. Everybody say I love you, Grandma.
I love you, Grandma.
All right,
I know my mother went home and she's comfortable, she's happy. I'm quite sure people who go to view her is going to see she's at rest and she's happy where she at today.
My name is Dennis Greenidge. I am the first cousin of our late husband. Our late husband, mother and my mother were 2 sisters. And may she rest in peace. All the best. And I ask all our relatives to have faith in God.
Aunt Joyce was that bright light in our family that illuminated our paths through words of encouragement and the good deeds of her actions. The love she shared to everyone she met. No one entered her home without being offered something to eat. Even the stray animals that crossed across her door. Always giving of herself to help others. But my most cherished memories harken back to a time when she was not yet married and raising a family of her own. When I would visit grandparents, a kid of 6, 8, or 9 years of age, when I could not wait for her to get home from work at the shirt factory and take me for bicycle rides on the seawall or to the ice cream parlor, Brung Betty at the time, or the times and the tricks she played with her twin sister Jean. In recent times, much of our conversations were about those days and the funny things that grandfather used to do. I was so happy that in the last days of her life, I was able to tell her how much I loved her and what she meant to me. My Aunt Joyce had a wonderful, full, and blessed life. And as she sings with the angels in heaven, we take comfort in the fact that all of us are better for having had her in our lives. Rest in peace, my loving aunt.